Crimmins, and you are watching In the Passenger Seats with Alethea Crimmins. Listen, y'all, I am excited about this episode. Y'all, I have this woman. I have been a fan of this woman since I was a teenager. I was rocking with this woman. I was jamming with this woman. And listen, she has been on the top 100s. She has worked with Missy, Raekwon, 50 Cent. Like she has been touring all over. Listen, the vibe is everything. This woman is everything. Everything that she does is positive, and I am super excited to have her on the show in the passenger seat with me today. So let me introduce this amazing woman of God, woman of encouragement, woman of positivity, baby, the real Gina Thompson.
Woo! Wow. That was an amazing introduction. Thank you so very much.
Thank
So honored to
you.
be here with you, sis. Oh, such a blessing. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you a million. Infinity. Thank you. Oh, you're
oh,
amazing. You're
you
amazing.
are too. So for the people who, if they don't know who you are, then where have you been? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Where,
Yeah.
where have you been? Okay. But
Yeah.
if they do not know who you are, can you please just give them a little intro of your own of who Gina Thompson is?
Absolutely. So first off, I will do that intro first, and then that way we'll introduce to those that that don't know, and then what I can do is answer that other part of the question as far as, well, where have I been? Would you be okay with that?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So yes, my name is Gina Thompson, and I am an R&B recording artist. And I was actually discovered back in 1994 by Rodney Jerkins, also known Dark Child Entertainment.
Yes.
And yeah, it's such amazing when he and I connected. And just once he heard me sing, he was like, "Girl, can I sign you like yesterday?" So, nevertheless, God was amazing. He's also very spiritually in tune with the Lord, and so I sang for him right on the spot. He was like, "Listen, let me go ahead and sign you." So we went ahead and I signed, and I tell you, we recorded so quickly right there in his basement, like 4 or 5 songs maybe in less than a week. We then went shopping to see if labels were interested, and God is amazing because not only was one label interested, we had several labels that
Listen.
that was just so thankful. So I basically signed my first recording deal, Mercury Polygram Records, 95, and then did the whole album in New York, and then the single The
Listen.
Thing You Do
Yeah, yeah.
makes me keep running to you.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so
oh, listen. You have no idea. Like that is on every playlist that I have. Like because
awesome.
that was always the things you do. I was like,
Okay,
yeah, it makes me. I was like, come on, Gina.
come on, come on,
Yeah,
come on. Yeah, yeah, so truly a blessing. And a lot of people don't know, if I may share real quickly, the history of that things you do,
yeah.
of
Right.
the things you do. Originally, if the original song is not that one. That's
Wait,
actually a
what?
remix. Yeah. So on
Wait.
my album, oh yeah, I have an album titled Nobody Does It Better, and that's the one Rod
Yes.
Jerkins did. And on there is the original, The Things You Do. So what happened was my A&R at the time, and God bless his soul, Mr. C, DJ Mr. C. He was assistant A&R of that record. Many people from New York know him. Very, very famous DJ. But nevertheless, when we heard the record, we were like, you know what? I hear a remix on that. They wanted that, of course, to be the first single. So with that being said, after it was finished, we were like, okay, who would be a great fix for this remix? Of course, Puffy was so popping then, you know.
Right.
And then we let Puffy hear the record. He was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, I definitely got it." He heard himself all over it. Pushing forward with that, went in there, did a remix, and at that after that was done, and shout out to 112 for collaborating with me on that record.
Yes.
They are so in the background and were the ones that so did help me collaborate and write that piece in Puffy studio. So shout out to them. After the record was done, Puffy, Rodney, and the label was like, yes, we want a rapper on this. That's what Puffy was hearing. So
Yeah,
at that
because
time,
I was like, well, how did Missy come into
yeah,
to the mix?
there it is. So with Missy, she was doing things, in the background, as a writer. And she also, for those that don't know, and I'm sure there are millions of others that do, she was with a group called Sister. It was a female group,
Hmm.
and yeah, and and I guess they had broken up, and but Missy continued to pursue and do her thing, and was doing things in the background, if you will, and just, I guess, waiting for that moment to spark. And Puffy put her on my track, and of course I agreed and was like, heck yeah, this is something different, unique, we definitely have to have her on here. So we moved forward with the record, and basically the rest is history. In '96 the single came out. Shout out to the late Notorious BIG as well for wanting to be in the video. And there
Yes.
you have it. So that album came out, again, titled Nobody Does It Better, the name of the full album. But the single, The Things You Do, featuring Missy Elliott, again, is actually a remix of the original. So yeah, so check that album out. It is still out there.
Listen, because
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like I thought that was the original.
Oh yeah. Yeah, many did. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and so to this day I do find myself still sharing that information with people, letting them know that, yeah, no, that's actually the remix. And then there was another remix, because I heard you mention Raekwon earlier. Yep.
Yes.
So Rodney Jerkins actually went back and did another remix featuring one of his artists at that time, Mr. Mike Nitty, Raekwon, and Craig Mack, the late Craig Mack. And that was even fire. I mean, it was super amazing. So yeah, that's the history of the things you do. And that's how I, was put on the map. And so much had happened in that time frame, again, '96 in the summer when that single came out. So much had happened, and I was so thankful to God for each and every opportunity that he bestowed upon me. Unfortunately, though, some things had happened, and I ended up, to make a long story short, moved forward with another label, and that was from the greatness of Missy, putting the word out there to kind of get me on, and so she helped me out and got me on another label, and I was with Elektra. And Sylvia Rhone was the one who was like, "Oh yeah, we got to bring her on board." So then we did a second album that no one really not. I can't say no one, and I have to stop saying that. It's
Hmm.
titled "If You Only Knew," and it was unreleased on Elektra. Some things happened there as well, and I said, "Lord, you know what? Whatever Your will is going to be done."
Hmm.
So that's what we just going to keep doing. And so Yada Yada was the single that came off of that album. That too featured Missy Elliott.
Yes.
And then things happened. And then because of that moment, after that madness, I really, really went low into a deep depression and stepped away and had to basically just regain me, get me
Hmm.
back on point. At that time, being a single mother, with my one son at the time, it was really, really tough. So I went, into, like I said, like a deep depression, stepped away, had a hiatus for a long time. And this comes to part of the other part of the question of, well, where have I been? So after coming out of the music industry, um, you know what? I'm back. Let me back up just a little bit, if I may.
Hmm.
That unreleased album. I really need to give some shout outs to some people that was on that album. I did a duet with John B, titled
I
Up All
love
Night.
I love me some John B. Oh,
Girl, wait a
oh,
minute though.
he was in
Amazing.
in my mind. In my mind. Jo- John B, if you listening, in my mind, we were married
Girl.
with kids, and every time you opened your mouth, every song was for me.
I know that's right.
It was for me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know who else, but y'all, he was singing to me.
Okay. Okay. And I'm not
I'm
even
just
mad at you, sis. I'm so not mad at you. And let me tell you something. So I'm gonna have to share that my second album with you so you can just hear that duet that we did, because he was singing that to you.
he
Yeah,
he was. He was with you, but he was
he
thinking
was
about me.
okay. And then there's two other songs that he did on that album. He did them for you as well.
And
So
that was mine.
yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah. And Montel Jordan's camp, shout out to them. They were at that time, he did the Nobody's Supposed to Be Here by Deborah Cox. Well, his
Mm-hmm.
camp, Shep Crawford, they too were on the album. Jazzy Jeff's Camp was on the album. I did a song with Beanie Siegel. So this album, unreleased again, titled "If You Only Knew," it is out on on the website online. So you most certainly can Google Gina Thompson.
Definitely.
Yeah, "If You Only Knew," from Electra. A smash record, and I say that in all humbleness. It truly, truly was a unique of art in that album, on that album. So again, I was very thankful for that. So then the hiatus came, and
And
then
that's what people don't really talk about. Like they don't really talk about like mental health in the music industry.
yes.
And so many artists suffer with that, but they don't speak on it. They just do like you do. Well, let me just take a break. It's like you just they're like on this high, and it's like yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
and then you don't see them, and it's like,
Mhm.
well, what?
Oh
So
yeah.
talk about how like the mental health in this music industry and how that really plays a really big effect on you as as an artist, always having to be like on and up and on and on, but it's so many ups and downs.
hmm There's so many aspects to that whole mental health in the music industry, and I want to say like the biggest one is it's almost like when you're in that situation of being famous and broke.
Mm.
Okay, the pressure, the pressure.
So wait, because
Whoa.
because that is the biggest oxymoron, but that's again stuff that people don't talk.
Yeah.
Well, how can you be famous and broke? Like,
Okay.
how does that go together? Like, how you famous but you broke?
Uh-huh. Well, let's just start even with that part. Like the music industry or the music business, the word is business.
Mm.
So one of the things that I learned was, and the hard way, okay, girl, yeah, you have this voice. And oh my gosh, people are coming at you with this and that, throwing money, thousands of hundreds of thousands of dollars your way. But baby girl, there's a price. And you better know the business because
Oh,
when you sign your name on that line, you need to know what you're signing. You need to know what you're giving up. And what begins to happen with many artists, well, should I say at that time, and it may even still happen to this day. And the reason why I say may is because a lot of artists are doing indie now. They're going independent. And so a lot more they're owning. But going back to my era, okay, and artists that have suffered what I suffered, if you don't really have, the bottom line is to have someone in your corner that is going to care for your well-being, that is able to
oh,
educate you, and you need to have a business team that is on your team for you, not no conflict of interest scenario. You don't want to have those scenarios. You need to have someone that's going to advocate for you, like you advocate for your children. You need to have
yes.
someone that's going to advocate for you, because if not, honey, what's going to happen is that what has happened to me and many others is you get caught up in that you just a commodity and you're almost raped. You almost
Oh,
are taken for everything, and people are like, okay, well, if she gonna keep letting us stick it to her, then this is what we're gonna keep doing. So the idea is to learn what you're signing, have a team, get an attorney, learn the business as well, because let me tell you, there's some crook attorneys out there as well. So the best thing to do, and there is a lot of great information right on the one thing about the internet is we know it's full of information. Get some information on what you need to know about the music industry. There's books out there. Again, there's information out there, and learn it. There's even chat groups that people be having, and it supports people in getting to. I'm gonna tell you, IG is so amazing There are so many things out there that people tell you what you need to do, whether you're an indie artist or wanting to get into the record industry and things along there, those lines. The idea, because I'm saying so much without saying certain things, is
Mm-hmm.
what you want to do is educate yourself.
Yes, yes,
We all
ma'am.
know that knowledge is the key to any success. So educate yourself. Have someone on your team or people that are going to advocate for you and love you for you.
Ooh. And
Because if,
listen,
yeah,
I love when you said know what you're giving up. And
yes,
many people don't think of that because we see the bright lights and we see other people's lives and we see how they moving. Oh yeah, and I want this and I want that, but what am I giving up for that?
that's
What
right.
do I have to give up for that?
That's
Will
right.
I have to give up my peace? Will I have to give up my happiness? Will I have to give up my mental health in order to have this? So, what are you willing to give up? Or are you willing to give up anything at all? And
Mm-hmm,
sometimes we don't think about the give up part.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's
We
right.
don't think about what we have to give up in order to be way up here
Mm-hmm.
because it always comes with some type of sacrifice. Are you
Yes,
ready
yes,
to give that
yes,
up?
yeah,
Are you ready to give up a part of you that you really didn't think that you would have to give up?
that's
And
right.
another thing that you say that I always tell people is who you surround yourself
Yourself with.
with.
Come on, that's it.
Is who
That's
you
it.
surround yourself with.
Yeah.
You said so, and it's y'all know I always come with metaphors and like analogies and things like that. But you said you had an original song, but then you got with other people that remixed it
Mm-hmm.
and made it better,
Yeah.
and then you got with some more people that was in your corner that remixed it
Mm-hmm.
and made it just a little better. Sometimes we have to do that in our own life because you
Yeah.
are good by yourself, but sometimes you have to surround yourself with people
That's
that
right.
can remix it just a little bit,
Yeah.
that can get you where you need to be.
Yeah.
Allow the right kind of people to come into your life because I may have this perfect cake batter and it's just so this yellow cake is so awesome, but then I might add some chocolate chips to it, and that might make it just a little bit better. And then I
Okay.
might add some caramel to it, and that might make it a little bit better. The cake was
Okay.
good on its own.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was good on its own.
Mm-hmm.
But then I added just a little more in ingredients in it to make it just a little bit better. But what I'm not gonna add is salt or rent because that don't go because we have to know what goes with us and what does not.
That's right. Oh,
We
come on.
have to
Yeah.
know what complements the cake to make it
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Surround yourself with people that are going to compliment you and not take away.
That's it. That's it.
Listen. Whew,
That's
okay.
it. And when they I love it. I love it. I love how you summed that up and basically gave a great analogy. I love the way you did that. And you are
Thank you.
so right. Absolutely. It's so right. And again, I did have to learn the hard way. I don't want to say that everyone I was surrounded. I won't
Mm-hmm.
even start with names, but I will tell you this. If they hearing this,
Oh,
they know who it is and they
you
and
know.
who don't. And that's the bottom line. And those ones that wasn't for me, that's okay. Because the ones that are for me and were for me, those were the ones that mattered. And it took me a while to understand things. Another thing is everybody's not your friend.
Oh,
Mm-mm. So be careful with who you call your friend. Really be careful who you call your friend. I had to take a step back, and my therapist, okay, the two of them, had to tell me, did you know them before you got in the industry?
oh,
And I'm going to leave that alone.
oh.
I'm just going to leave that alone. I had to learn a lot of things the hard way.
Because man, we get a lot of friends whenever we make it. We
Yeah.
we get you got friends
Yeah.
all
Yep.
over the place. It's like, friend,
Yeah.
sis, hey
Yes.
girl, hey
Yes.
sis, hey
Yes.
girl. But then when you at your lowest point, you
Yep.
what 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 my sisters at? What what my friends?
Oh yeah.
But were they with you before? Wh- When whenever you were just Gina?
Yes, amen. Yeah.
Were they with you whenever you were Gina,
Yeah.
single mom?
Yep.
G- Gina, the one struggling. Gina, the one that was trying to come. What did they know you then, or did they just know Gina Thompson, the Billboard 100?
Hmm.
Gina Thompson, the one that was at Showtime at the Apollo. That now you my friend,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that same Gina Thompson, and I would like all of Gina's haters to come close. Come on,
Girl.
come here, come on.
Woo.
Y'all thought that this was gonna be Gina's downfall. Y'all thought. Let me tell you something about Gina. Okay, come on. Gina is getting her doctorate. Come on, stay stay with me. Her doctorate. Okay, in nursing, not bachelor's, not her doctorate. Okay, in psychiatric health. Come, stay with me. So everybody that counted Gina out
Oof. Woo, girl.
know that she kept walking in her greatness, even though y'all wasn't walking with her, because everybody can't walk with you in your greatness. But Gina kept walking, and just because this position didn't work for her, she found her another one. And guess what? God put her in position, and now she is working on her what? Doctorate in nursing. So do not count yourself out, because there is always a plan for you.
Amen.
And you might feel like that push gonna push you over, but it's really pushing you up. That's why these hands go like this. It may look like it's doing this, but it's really doing that. Okay, I'm just trying to help somebody, and that
That'll work.
was for Gina's haters. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Before I couldn't even say things like that, but now I'm just like, you know what, Gina? Like, enough of masking. It is what it
Mm,
is. Call it what is a spade a spade. Call it what you see. It is what it is. And like we said, those individuals know who they are. There's no, I don't even need to say names. But I also want to give a shout out to those that are for me too.
mm.
And those individuals know who they are. If this is resonating, you know what time it is. If it's not resonating, you know what time it is. And so I'm so thankful to, again, sis, for you. For it was such an honor when when I was asked to be on. Girl, like I said, y'all would have done it that day. What? You're so inspiring to me. There's been many
Thank
days where
you.
I got out of the bed because of you. And I want to, yes, I want to thank you for what you do. Like, so encouraging. Yes, my specialty is mental health, but listen, I have therapists too. So
Listen.
you can, and I encourage people out there, listen, you got to pay attention to your mind. You most certainly have to pay attention to your mind. Mental health is health. There's not enough people that is
Mm.
talking about it. I don't care. Let the stigma go. And there's another thing that people don't even understand. There is more than situational. I'm going to go just a little bit deeper here. There is more than situational depression.
Oh,
I want
speak,
y'all to know
speak
there.
on it.
Oh, yes,
Come on,
ma'am.
Gina.
With pleasure. There is more than situational depression. And what I mean by that, now, this is the nursing side. We have chemicals in our brain, y'all. There are chemicals in our brain that allow us to think, function, and do a number of things. And
Hmm.
with that, those chemicals, your serotonin, your norepinephrine, all of those chemicals that helps you to think and process emotions, If that's imbalanced, you better go get some help.
Come on.
And don't think that you can just handle it on your own. Now, I'm not trying to sit here and say, because people, oh, money's in medicine and money's in medicine and this. All I'm just trying to tell you is you're in that situation. You may have a situation and you're feeling like you just can't get out of it. It may be more than just situational depression. So I encourage those, if you're battling with depression and you're just seeming that you can't get over it, seek help. There's tests. There are people out there that can rule out if this is something that is a chemical imbalance in addition to situational imbalances, or is it situational, or is it just chemical imbalance? And if so, that is, I will be the first to tell you, when there's the chemical imbalance, that is where the medication does come into place.
Well,
And
how
sometimes we
did
do need that.
you pull yourself up out of that hole, or what helped you pull yourself out of that hole after this high on music? Because we all think, okay, I done made it, I done worked with the best, I'm always on this, yeah. So, and then when you just got down into that low place,
Mhm,
how did you say, oh, okay, Gina girl, like this is enough, like
mhm,
I can't.
mhm.
What what was your lowest place?
Ooh,
And
ooh.
what was your lowest place, and how did you get up out of that place? Because this is why I do what I do, because other people's stories help other people. So what was
Absolutely.
your lowest place, and how did you get out of it?
Yeah. Well, my lowest place again was pretty much after that deal, the second deal that I had. Um, I was broke. No one was answering phones.
Mm,
Um, and I just felt so betrayed. Now, I'm gonna try to keep myself together here. I just felt so betrayed, and I just couldn't understand why. I started feeling like, what's wrong with me? What did I
mm,
do wrong? And I started really, really going deep into depression. My oldest son was the only one that I had at the time. First off, let me back up a little bit more. I'm a suicide survivor. Okay, I
same.
wanted to say that. Amen. Okay. Whew, girl.
Go ahead. Let it out. This is have listen. We we have to let it
Mhm.
out in order to let it go. Let it out to let it go.
And to help others, you know.
Yes.
And so God knew what He was doing by giving me my son.
Oh,
Because if it wasn't for my baby,
listen.
because I had to hang in there for him.
Mhm. Mhm.
So what God did,
Come on.
He somehow reached within me. He said, I'm here for you, but I'm gonna need you also to be here for yourself. So what God did was He enabled me to calm myself into a position of, I have to let go and let
Mm.
Him handle this, because I couldn't do it anymore. I just couldn't. So I said, Lord, I surrender my all to you. I don't know what else to do here, God. I don't want to leave my son motherless. I don't want to take all these pills to take my life. I don't want to do it. So somehow, some way, when I decided to really let go and let God do what He needed to do in my life, I began to see those blessings. There was a humbleness that came across me as well. And I'm going to
Mm.
say this. I did not have any money. I didn't have any degrees. I didn't have anything aside from my son and my family. I became a correctional officer because I needed benefits. I needed money. And I
Mhm.
didn't have a degree. I didn't have anything. But God, He humbled me enough. to say you're going to get through this. At first I was like, what are people going to say about me? This is going to be
Yes.
so embarrassing. I
Yes.
can't. But then God put in my head more so, but your son love you more and needs you more. And you need you more.
Yes.
These were conversations that I promise you, God did this for me. I didn't do it by
Hmm.
myself. I
Come on,
couldn't, y'all.
Gina. Come on,
I
Gina.
couldn't. I
Come
couldn't
on,
do it.
Gina.
I became a hell of a correctional officer, let me add.
Okay.
And I'm proud because that is
Yes.
my path. And that made me to who I am today. And in addition to that, going into that environment and seeing how that vulnerable population was going through what they was going through, I started digging more into mental health. And I
Hmm.
come from a family that has mental health as well. That's where the chemical imbalance. We a lot of people in my family suffer from depression and anxiety.
Same.
So, yes. So, all I know is the moment that I just let go and let God, and you have to really do it. You can't fool yourself, guys. You can't fool God. I had to really let go and let him. And then when I did and I started being obedient, he gave me this moment of humbleness. I walked proudly across that stage being at CO because I was able to take care of me, my son. And guess what? That was the money that I was making. And that was my money.
Oh,
That was my
listen.
money. That gave me health benefits. It was stability. So
Listen.
at that moment, I put myself through nursing school because I wanted to focus on the mind. Why do these things happen with depression and
Come on,
anxiety?
testimony.
And
Come
so
on,
then that moment,
testimony.
that's when I said, this too is my voice. So not only
Mm.
do I sing, Lord, I thank you, but Lord, I thank you. So
Listen,
when I
Gina.
tell you that I love what I do, I sing, but I have patients that I've saved their lives. I have family members that I've saved their lives. So when I tell you, take care of your mental health and it's real, you better do it. You better do it. There's help out there. You're not alone. You are not alone. And it's real. Mental health is health.
So can I tell you what what happened? And this was just, can I tell you what happened?
Please.
A lot of times when we think that we are in a dark place, we are really being rooted and
Okay.
planted
Yes.
because seeds grow in the dark.
Okay. Okay.
Seeds,
Yeah.
seeds grow in the dirt, and people keep throwing dirt on top of us, but we are really being planted, and then we start to grow, and we think in our minds. Now, if anybody is a gardener, like, like, we think in our minds that this is where we are going to be. But
Okay.
sometimes God said, you about to get bigger than this, so I need to transplant you. So what happened is, so if you see a gardener take flowers out of one pot, take it all up and put it in another pot, that's because that little pot was not where you were supposed to be. And in order
Okay.
for you to grow, you had to be transplanted and moved and put in a bigger pot so that you can be where you were intended to be.
Amen.
You
Amen.
weren't intended to be. Yes, you being in the music industry opened doors, but that
Yes,
was
it
just
did.
a little pot.
That was just a little pot. That's it. That,
That was just
yeah.
a little pot. You
Hmm.
had more growing to do, and
Yes.
growing comes with pains. That's why it's called growing
Absolutely.
pains. It
Yeah.
comes with pains. But God said, "Let me transplant you, because all you were seeing was darkness, but you were being rooted.
Yes.
It was all you saw was darkness, but it was coming. It was
Hmm.
coming. I just had to move you, and you saw all the darkness. All this dirt that was being thrown on you was fertilizing you,
Amen.
because that's all that you do with seeds, is fertilize you
Realize them.
in
Okay.
order for you to grow. And
Okay.
then with that, you were able to go to what? Nursing school. And in
Yeah.
that, now you are what? You are getting your doctorate.
Oh, very
But you
soon
had
too.
to be
Yeah.
transplanted.
Hmm. Absolutely.
You had to be moved from what you thought you were always going to be.
Yeah.
Who you were is not who you were meant to be.
Okay. Okay. That's it.
That is for somebody. Who you were is not who you were meant to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It may look dark right now, but that's because you being planted,
Yeah.
is rooted. They're throwing dirt on your name, but flowers are growing because that is
Amen.
fertilizing you.
Amen. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. I so love how you, again, this is why I be listening to you, girl. I so love how and just to have this one-on-one with you. Oh my gosh. I know my family, when I go in the house, they're gonna be like, how'd it go? How'd it go? Because they know I love me some but you, girl, you just, woo, woo. I wish I could see you in person to just give you a hug. So that's my prayer. So prayerfully that will happen one day. But
Yes.
you really touch so many lives, and I just love
Thank
how you
you.
take these life scenarios and situations, and again, the analogies that you use are so on point. They're so on point, so very well received. And I really appreciate you. I'm so thankful to God for you. I
Thank
really,
you.
really am. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, to this day, I am so happy. I have three beautiful children, two
Oh,
beautiful grandchildren, and I'm just so thankful to God. Like you said, that journey that with my daughter, he wanted me to just sit still because he had some work to do with me. And because again that I did say, you know what, God, I surrender. I can't do this without you. He went ahead and did what he did for me.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yes. And I had to also say rejection
It's
sometimes is
protect.
protection.
Come on, Gina, with the word. Come on, Gina, with the word. Rejection is sometimes protection.
Protection.
Listen, baby, I could talk to Gina all damn day. Listen, we gonna have a little bit of fun right quick. This
Okay.
is a minute to win it. Like, I'm gonna ask you some questions. The
Okay.
first thing that pops into your head.
Okay.
If you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Go.
Woo, girl. I would honestly, I'd have to say watermelon.
Okay. 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 Favorite vacation. Okay. If you could choose one person to go on vacation with, who would it be?
One person to go on vacation with?
One.
My husband.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to be with her. Well,
Come on, come on, come on. Okay.
okay. If you can listen to one song or one album, not now, I asked my artist this: if you were on a road trip
Mhm.
and can listen to one album from start to finish without skipping, what would that album be?
Joe, the artist Joe. Oh
Uh-huh.
my gosh. And I think it's all the things.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Lord have
Listen.
mercy. Mm.
That was my husband too. I'm just letting y'all know that he was mine too. Okay.
Yeah, we understand. We understand, sis. Yes, we do. I
If
love
you
Joe.
had one superpower, what would it be and why?
Oh my goodness. To to cure depression. Yeah, to cure depression.
I I don't know what I want, cause I'll be asking other people this, but I don't know what my superpower would be, cause I'm nosy, so I be wanting to know things, so
Okay.
I don't know if it would be like in invisibility
Okay.
or what, because I'm nosy and I just
You
want to know
know.
stuff, and I'm not. Gina, oh, wait. If you could go shopping and get anything that you want, like no matter what the like budget was, what would be the first thing that you would go get?
Ooh, a Range Rover.
You know,
I've been in love with him.
really?
And I had said, yeah, yeah, I have a Mercedes Benz now, but I want a Range Rover. I do. I do.
See, I probably would have been like shoes, because
Okay.
shoes. I'm going shopping. I'm going to get some shoes because I love shopping, but now
Okay.
I have to reshop because I got my new weight loss body, so I
And
have to get.
I was gonna comment on that. I'm going as soon as I said before we hang this thing up, I was gonna comment on that, girlfriend.
What?
Uh,
I mean,
Snatch.
you see the collarbone popping out, Gina. You see it. You see it popping out.
It's called Snatched. Love it.
I mean,
Absolutely
she's getting
gorgeous.
there. She's getting there.
I love it. You look gorgeous
Thank
inside and
you
out.
so much,
Yes.
Gina.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for sharing your story.
Yes.
Thank you for being transparent.
Absolutely.
What is up? Like, what is going to be happening with Gina moving forward?
Yeah.
What are you doing next?
Absolutely. Thank you so very much for asking that question. So, even with nursing, working on my doctor's degree, the music industry has presented
Okay.
opportunities. Okay. And I'm so much wiser now and have a strong team around me. Okay. So right now I have new music that's going to be coming out on all
Okay.
platforms. So, if you follow the real Gina Thompson IG,
We
I'm
do.
work. Yep, thank you. I'm working on my other pages, y'all. I'm working. I got a lot going on in my life. It's hard to keep up with all these social medias. But anyway,
Girl.
yeah, IG is the big one. So nobody is the single.
Okay.
And oh my gosh, phenomenal producer, Crazy Fig. Shout out to him. Songwriter. Oh my gosh, Charnel Allen. She wrote this song. This girl is a vocal acrobat, writer acrobat. She is so phenomenal. I'm so looking forward to working with her in the near future. But yes, that's the writer and the producer of the track. Very, very great track. When it was presented to me, I fell in love with it right away. And I have to give a shout out to Woods. That's my brother, Woods. I Am Royalty is his company. I think I said that right. Raw Melody. I'm sorry, but
Okay.
nevertheless, Woods is the one who introduced me to these individuals, and he's like my brother from another mother. And so when they, like I said, when they presented the song to me, I was like, absolutely. So yes, please look for that to be on platforms, social media
Nobody.
platforms. Nobody, nobody, nobody. Yes. And if you want a sample of it, you can go on my IG page and
Well,
check it out.
because I was just about to say, can you give us a little sample right quick? Just a little.
Absolutely. And also what I am going to do is send you
Not,
yes.
not
Yes.
an exclusive.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I most certainly will send that to you. But again, you can did I say February 14th? I don't
Hmm.
even know if I said the date. Okay, February 14th. Valentine's Day and be a nice gift for some Valentine's people.
Okay.
But yes, please, please go and check it out. Nobody, 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 nobody but you. Yeah. You gotta check that out.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, please do.
So, do you have any like tours, any shows, anything coming up?
Yes, absolutely. So thank you for asking that as well. So I'm also very thankful to God for there's been more shows that has been coming. I just actually came back from Chicago this morning. I was there as a surprised guest singer performer for Sunshine Anderson.
All
She invited me
right.
to come on her show. Young Fly Entertainment is doing like a ladies
Yes.
90s tour, if you will. And it was an amazing sold out show in
I bet.
Chicago. So the show was phenomenal. So again, when Sunshine asked me a while ago, now I wasn't on it, but when Sunshine asked me, it was a surprise to be a part of her her set. So Young Fly, of course, agreed to it, and of course, I'm like, absolutely, Shine is my girl. Um, So the show was last night. I came out on her set. It was great. And my next show is in London. And that is this coming Saturday. And I was just there December 27th. So I was asked to come back. That show is going to be myself, Jay Holiday, Changing Faces, Yvette Michelle, Rough Ends. And we are going to be in London, rocking it Saturday. I leave
I love it.
Thursday and I'll be back. I'm taking my middle son with me there. So that's that. I don't have my calendar in front of me, but I know March 8th I'll be. Oops, I'm not supposed to be saying that. Well, I done said it now. So I done said it now. Oh wow, March
We are
8th.
getting the scoop, baby.
Yeah. So March 8th, I also will be performing in Philly with the ladies. I'm so bad that I'm forgetting the name of the show, but nevertheless, I will be performing March 8th in Philly for the Young Fly Entertainment ladies R&B tour that he has going on, and I'll be doing the same thing with Sunshine Anderson. She asked me to come with her on that day as well. Oh, they're gonna kill me for saying it, but I said it.
if
So
if Young Fly Entertainment, if y'all ever come anywhere in Louisiana, or please let me know, because I'll be the first one to get my ticket. Okay,
awesome.
the
Oh
first
man.
one, the first
Oh
one.
yes, yes, absolutely. I feel you on that. Now, let me ask, being that you mentioned that, did you go to Humor and Harmony, that the one that 50 Cent had last August?
No, I
His
did not.
very first. Yeah, I was so honored to be asked to be on that, and that was a phenomenal turnout.
I heard.
Last
Oh,
oh Shreveport, phenomenal turnout. So yeah, and I'm forgetting some shows because I don't have my calendar in front of me. There may be a international tour coming up soon. But yeah, I'll keep you guys
be
posted.
be great in their face, Gina.
Yeah,
Be great. Keep being great in their face,
thank
y'all.
you.
Yeah, listen. You have touched me. I'm sure that you have touched a lot of other people with
Thank you.
just your words, with just your honesty, with just
Of
Gina
course.
being Gina.
Yeah, thank you.
If
Thank you.
Can you please just tell us where to follow you, where to find you, all things Gina? And can you just leave us with one positive word?
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, I am on various social media platforms, but really the best place to follow me or know what's happening with me as of the moment, and then if that should change, you'll find that out on IG as well. But it is the real Gina Thompson IG. Please, please come follow me. I welcome DMs. I also am a mentor, and actually one of my mentees I've adopted as my nephew. So I do mentor people as well. And people are probably like, how do you find all the time to do all this? Well, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yes, there
And
is.
God definitely, continues to provide and enables me to offer that love and support to others. And I'm so sorry. The second part was, I'm sorry, sis, you said,
If you have one positive thing to say, can you leave us with that? Just a word of positivity.
know your worth. And I'm sorry, can I also say this? When people show you who they are, please believe them. Maya Angelou. Okay, please believe them. Yeah, and I long for those quotes because they definitely resonate, and it's and with my life and things that I've seen and even still see. It does come back to that. When people show you who they are, truly truly believe it, and know your worth. Know your worth, and don't let
Thank
nobody
you.
tell you
Thank
anything
you.
less. Yeah.
Y'all, I am so excited that we had the real Gina Thompson in the passenger seat with us today. Y'all, like, subscribe, stay
Okay.
tuned to the podcast in the passenger seat with Alethea Crimmins, because you never know who's gonna be in the passenger seat next. Okay,
Hey,
so
there you go.
as you continue to go out there and be great in their face, know that you are everything and everything is you. Know your worth. Keep being fabulous, honey, like I know you can be. And as always, you have a good day on purpose, huh? You're welcome.
I love it. Bye bye.